It's my absolute pleasure to introduce someone who I fell in love with metaphorically after I saw her play Tracy in Mistress America. This is Lola Kirke. Hello.
Hello, what's up, Shane?
Well, pretty much cruising. It's Thursday morning where I am in Sydney, and I guess it's yesterday where you are.
Yeah, I'm in the past. You're in the future. It's a beautiful thing.
Hello from the future.
How's it going?
I'm good. And the first thing I want to ask is Australia. Have you ever been down under?
No, but I would absolutely love to go down under. Some of my favorite people are Australian.
Are they?
I think I do a mediocre Australian, maybe New Zealand accent.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not gonna reveal that here because I feel like that could ruin my reputation if I was inaccurate.
Well, you did star with a very cool New Zealander, Thomas and Mackenzie in Lost Girls.
I did, yes. She is a very cool New Zealander.
We're here to talk, well, but mostly about this Christmas song, Christmas Alone. It's
Yeah.
huge in Australia. I think on Spotify, it's been getting so many plays. You must be happy. And now you've written a Christmas song and it's on an EP. You're now going to be played every Christmas, right?
That's the goal. Yes, I hope so.
Did you know people who spend Christmas alone? I know many do. Is that where the song came from?
Yeah, I spent my first Christmas alone last year because I had COVID, which I actually have again as we speak right now.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, I hope you're
No,
okay.
I'm not. But you know what? Maybe that means that I won't be spending Christmas alone this year. Even though, the song is about the benefits of not being around maybe a dysfunctional family on Christmas.
Right.
Though what family is really functional? I don't know. I would love to meet them. But then it kind of resolves and that idea of you accept people for who they are and maybe you don't want to spend Christmas alone after all. But yeah, honestly, spending Christmas alone last year was pretty great for me.
Yeah. You
Yeah, I
enjoyed
made a duck. That wasn't very good, but otherwise it was pretty good.
it? I'm not very good at cooking, but I would give it a shot if I was at Christmas dinner
Yeah, don't
myself.
don't try duck. Duck is hard.
Yeah, no
Start
thanks.
maybe with a chicken.
Okay. What about this Christmas theme? What do you remember about Christmas as a kid when you were growing up? Was it fun? Have you got any fond memories of the family together?
Oh, definitely. I come from a very loud and big family. At times it can be loud in a scary way, and at times it can be loud in a very, very exciting and fun way. But yeah, lots of food. I'm a big fan of the Christmas stocking. I
Yeah,
wish I still got one, but as a 32-year-old,
right.
I don't know that that's going to happen for me.
You never know. I mean, we spend Christmas down under in summer. So it's really hot here in Sydney and we go to the beach, we play cricket. So opposite to what you're used to.
Wow, that sounds really, really fun and interesting. I bet there's a lot of like Christmas themed Speedos over in Australia. I feel like
uh,
every Australian man I know wears a Speedo.
well, you know what? I surf. I don't know if you surf. That is
I
something I was
don't.
going to ask you, but I don't wear Speedos very often. It's usually board shorts and a wetsuit.
Right. Okay, maybe I know some eccentric Australian men then.
Maybe. Speedos are a very popular thing, especially around Bondi Beach.
Yes, yes, of course. That makes sense.
Christmas movies. Have you got any favorites that come to mind that you remember
I
watching as a kid?
love Meet Me in St. Louis.
Yeah, right.
Great. I'm a ham for Judy Garland.
Oh, she's so good.
What other Home Alone is great.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Obviously, it's a yes. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Because I think it is.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Good to
The
hear.
same way The Last Waltz is a Thanksgiving movie, the Martin Scorsese band
Yeah,
film,
okay.
because yeah, why not?
Well, we don't spend Thanksgiving in Australia,
Oh,
but
sorry. We can delete that from
that's all right. I'm
the
I'm quite aware of Thanksgiving, and I like The Last Waltz. Obviously, what who wouldn't? So there you go. I'm leaving it in.
Right. Right.
One thing that comes across with you is the belief in yourself. You seem really confident. And is that something that you're conveying, but on the inside you're different because you come across standing tall?
Oh my God, that is so nice, Shane. Thank you so much. I'll tell my therapist that you said that. No, I mean, like any actor, artist type, I ride the roller coaster of self-esteem from the moment I wake up till the moment I fall asleep and throughout my dreams. But I try and stay confident. Fake it till you make it, you know? That's what they say.
Can you walk around anonymous though? Is that something you can
Oh,
do?
100%. I'm only really recognized in coffee shops that I go to often, and that's probably because I'm there a lot.
When it comes to music, what came first, music or acting? You know, did you know growing up you were going to be a performer? How did it all fall into place?
Well, acting definitely came first. And I certainly dreamed of being a performer. But I started playing music when I was like 18, so
Sure.
I got a bit of a head start with acting, and then started playing guitar after. I didn't know that many girls who played music growing up. It was very like for boys or something, but I feel like that's changed now.
Yeah, I think the 90s had the Spice Girls. No, the 80s had.
That wasn't, as sacrilegious as this might sound, that wasn't exactly like music. You know what I mean? That was more like anthems. Yes, they were extremely creative. Yeah, but to be a girl who played guitar, that wasn't so done the way I think it more is now.
Yeah, how many instruments can you play? Like there must be a few.
Half of 0.5.
0.5.
0.5. No, I can play. I play guitar enough to kind of, write on it.
Yeah, okay.
But I mostly just sing and write.
Well, I think your writing comes across as little mini stories of your songs. So if you put them together, do you think you might be able to make a musical or a film out of those?
Probably not a musical, but I definitely have some writing projects that I am wondering how to make into something that could be a little larger. I'm being very vague right now because I don't want to say I'm thinking about making a one-woman show, but the truth is
You are. Is that an exclusive, Lola? Thank you.
Yes, it's an exclusive. It's an exclusive.
Well, you know what? I was always wondering, you made a excellent and beautiful aerobics video. And that was a character. That wasn't just a video. It was a character. Maybe that character has a backstory and has its own film.
Yes, I love that take on it. And that's very true. I mean, a lot of what Lady for Sale, my last album that I put out on Jack White's label, Third Man, was about was kind of me embodying an 80s 90s country superstar that doesn't exist. Yeah. And of course, because that Lola Kirke is an 80s 90s country superstar, right, she obviously had to have her own home aerobics video. So makes sense. Yeah, obviously. Thank you for seeing that logic.
Yeah, well, there's definitely a backstory to her. You know, she didn't just grow up and was born an aerobicizer.
No, I mean, she was born into the replica of the Parthenon in Nashville, where she lives and works out for 12 hours a day. She's a different kind of Lola Kirke.
Do you actively look for projects when it comes to acting, like in between your music, or if one comes up before the other, you take it? How does it work?
It really depends. I have had to make some sacrifices to accommodate work, movie and film and TV work, right, when it comes to my music, because I don't know if you know this, but it's really hard to make any money as a musician. So, and I got a dog to take care of, so sometimes you just gotta. He's sitting right next to me right now. I wish you could see. I'm petting him.
What's your dog's name?
His name is Santino.
Hello, Santino.
He's so beautiful. He has the biggest underbite in the entire world. But anyway, I've definitely had to make some sacrifices before, and it's hard. But I'm always looking for uh parts that are going to be expansive and new for me, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, keep it going because you have a very fine selection of some of the roles that you played. I'll
Well,
bring
thank
up a
you.
couple shortly. But first, this album, the EP, features some stripped back versions of some of your songs that are already quite popular and well made. Was that a challenge, changing it up a bit? Or had you
um
practiced them before live?
Yeah. No, it was really exciting to take some of the songs from Lady for Sale and reimagine them in this kind of alternate, more acoustic style.
Yeah.
For one, because it was the first time that I'd really gotten to like direct the band. I mean, Kristen Weber, who's the fiddle player, was the musical director, but
Yeah.
like it was great to work with just women. I made my record with Austin Jenkins, who's a wonderful producer, and a
Gotcha.
group
Yeah.
of extremely talented men. And it was really nice to kind of just be like, and now I'm gonna go and do that with extremely talented women. And the energy was just completely different.
Okay.
Um, and it was also fun because the EP is all live, so it's all single takes that you're hearing, whereas the record is like admittedly and with intentionally very produced.
It sounded it, but
Yes.
that's intentional, which is great
Oh,
because it's live.
absolutely. Yes, yes. So they're two sides of the same coin.
I like it a lot. And the Blue Room, is that like is that where you play all the time? It's like your house, your second home?
No, I mean, I go to the third man office here in Nashville quite a bit and
Yeah.
have asked if they could maybe give me a position in human resources, to which they have politely declined. But I do get down there enough.
And Nicole Kidman was in a stage play in Sydney once called Blue Room, and that
Oh,
was very popular at the time. So somewhere out there's a screenplay called The Blue Room. I'm
oh,
not much of a theatre
fascinating.
goer. I'm more of a film analyst, but there you go.
Oh, but I bet that was so fun. You guys have some of the great actors of all time over there in Australia.
Well, when you get a chance, you can maybe do a mini tour and then pick up a project down here at
That
the
would
same
be
time.
so fun. I would absolutely love that.
Is there any recent songs or recent artists? I know you've cited Emmylou Harris and various people like Loretta Lynn as influences, but what about new sort of performers or bands? Is there anyone you're listening to that inspires you now?
Yeah, I mean, someone I talk about a lot. She's not the newest, but she's newish. Is I love Miranda Lambert. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of a lot of pop country happening right now. Lainey Wilson is a great artist that's got a
Yeah.
great song called "Heart Like a Truck" that I'm into. And then my dear friend Courtney Marie Andrews just put out a fabulous record called "Loose Future." Um, and I'm loving the new Nikki Lane record. I mean, there's a lot of great artists out there making music right now. I am like desirous of a stronger community of artists. I think it's harder to kind of connect
Of,
with people
of
in a real
course.
way.
Yeah.
But I'm going on tour with First Aid Kit in the UK the end of this month and into next month, and that is just so exciting to me. They are so special.
Oh, First
And I'm
Aid Kit are terrific. They've been around a couple of years now, but they're rising and they're really ascending fast because
yes.
yeah, and you're great to pair with them. Your style and their style, a little bit different, but it still combines. I like it.
Yeah, they commented on a post I made on Instagram. It's like the only good thing that's like ever come off of Instagram was them being like, "Hey," and then they asked me if I would open for them. So here I am, or there I
You
am, or
you
I
were
will be.
saying it's hard for musicians to make money.
Mm.
I agree it probably would be, but is that because it's all online now? You're selling less t-shirts, less albums, or is it just that it's hard to make money as a musician?
Well, I
Because
mean, I think streaming has completely changed the industry. Of course, yes, this lack of physical copies has drastically changed things. Also, like less need to be at a concert. That's a physical thing. I think that this switch to a more virtual way of life has impacted the business
yeah,
indelibly, and it's kind of taken away, not only, you know, the way that we're seeing the dissolution of the middle class more largely, you're also seeing that with artists.
Yeah.
There's either superstars or there's kind of these more baby bands, and I think that's really challenging.
Yeah, of course. Does Jemima sing? Have you ever had a collaboration with
Mine
her?
has a really good voice that she'll sometimes let out. But no, I haven't. Our other sister Domino is a really great singer,
Yeah.
and inspired me so much when I was a kid. And yeah, sometimes I do think we really missed out on being, you know, we could have been like Haim. We could have been called Kirk. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it, but maybe Haim didn't either before they were a massive band. So
No, Kirk's would be popular in Australia because there is a soft drink company called Kirk's. So
oh my God,
you're
there
already
you
established.
go. We would have just, yeah, perfect brand association built in.
Well, other than Domino and Jemima, who would you like to collaborate with? Someone you haven't performed with ever?
Who would I like to collaborate with? Someone I haven't performed with other. That's such a good question. Well, I will say I love Roseanne Cash. I absolutely love Roseanne Cash. She's become a friend of mine. I feel like that, you know, maybe that could happen. But then who else? This is like a question I think about all the time, but I have yet to kind of find a true answer. I'm going to think about that more, but I'll say Roseanne for now.
Okay, well, that's good enough. I mean, also, I think you could open for if you could open for anyone, would it be Roseanne as well? Or maybe
I mean, if I could open for anyone, there's one band that I'm like, they should let me open for them, and that's Midland, who I think are so great.
Yeah, okay.
But like Dream, I would open for Miranda Lambert.
Okay. Good answers.
I'm like they're both, you know, reaches, but I feel like I could attain one of them.
You did a movie with Ben Platt, Broken Diamonds, which I thought was under the radar. Nobody's heard of it, but I really
nobody's heard of it. I'm honestly shocked that you brought that up. But you liked it, you said?
I like it a lot. I have my own copy. And
oh my God.
I would, any memories from making that? Was that something that you just fell into, or it was very good comedy, bit of drama in there? It was a nice movie.
Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't just fall into that. That was like a pretty long audition process, but it was really exciting. I mean, I'm a big fan of Ben Platt, and I would make him sing to me a lot between takes.
And then you'd sing back.
Yeah, he thought I had a cool voice. I mean, people that can sing like that, though, I don't think they're so impressed by my smoke cured vocals, if you know what I mean.
Well, you've got that husky voice like Demi Moore. It suits you.
Thank you so much.
Have you got any acting roles that you are always there as your favorite, or are they, you know, all combined into one? Is there one particular role that you took that you've just gone, yeah, that was probably my best performance?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, the two movies that I really love, as you mentioned earlier, the role of Tracy in Mistress America. That was such a fun role, and getting to work with Greta Gerwig.
Love that movie.
Oh yeah, me too.
You and Greta were terrific, great chemistry, and you could tell that you were friends.
Well, we're doing a play together in New York City this coming next spring. So I'm very excited about that. I love that role. And yeah, the role that I will be doing in this play, I'm really excited about too. It's a Chekhov play for all the Australian serious actors out there, because I know they're very serious actors. And that'll be really, really fun.
In my eyes, you probably skyrocketed to fame after Mistress America, and then you currently just kept building yourself up with a great career and varied career. But did you have any hurdles along the way? I mean, the Me Too.
Oh, I'm like in hurdles now. I mean, it's so hard, honestly, like to, you know, I mean, it's just a lot. That roller coaster of self-worth is mirrored by a roller coaster of relevancy that is in a business as well. You know, you're up and you're down all the time. I guess until you're not. And then when you're not, I guess I think that happens again. And that's just, I guess, the privilege of having a career is it's unstable. The privilege of having a career is that you will know instability throughout your entire life.
Well, I just think as being a female too, any hurdles there, because I mean, equality is finally starting to become a reality after a long time. But did you have problems or anything like that in your Hollywood career so far, or music career? Because things are changing, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's quotas for women in things, especially in music, and sometimes you're going to be over that quota. Also, I think a lot of the time, you know, there's just, I mean, yes, there's a lot of, I think, illusions that we are further in terms of progress with equality than we actually are. And there's definitely moments where you're like, oh no, that's a complete illusion. We are still in the Stone Age. You still got to be thin and look a certain way, and you still got to play a certain game, otherwise you ain't going nowhere. And that's very sad, and that's not always true, but you know.
No, it's not always true at all, and I think talent shines through in the end at all times.
Well, that's, you know, I think the commitment that you have to make to yourself, like, do you want to compromise and go for the gold, which you might never get, or stay true to yourself and go for the gold, which you also might never get. So, you know, in one way, one scenario you are compromising, in the other you are not. And yeah, you just got to make your choice.
Well, the next step after a Christmas EP is obviously a Christmas movie, right?
I wish. I love that. I just got very excited by the new Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie that Netflix has been showing me is available. But yeah, that'd be fun. I would love to do a Christmas movie.
That is a great return from her as well. I've seen it, and I had a lot of I really liked her. I adored her right through her career, even through those stumbling blocks that she had, and to come out the other side the way she has, and she's beautiful and a great actress.
Yes, no, she's so awesome. I'm very happy that Lilo is back on the scene.
So any final words for Australians who want to listen to your music in general and the new song? What can they expect, your style?
Well, you know, I just try and have fun. I think that that's important. That's been a big part of the whole Lady for Sale campaign, whether it's the album itself or the live version of it or the workout video or any of the music videos that we made that I'm all really proud of, is just like, have fun, be alive, enjoy yourself. And you can cry a little too.
Are you always having fun when you write lyrics? Or is it sometimes a little bit saddening as well? Because, you know, that could help, not just happen.
Yeah, I mean, no, I definitely usually start my creative process in a point of sadness, but I think the creative process can be so exciting that it's like, yes, you know, like you can kind of work away that pain and sadness, even though you haven't really solved anything, just because you've made something beautiful out of it.
Yeah, that's true. And it makes sense that you're so close to your fiddle player, because it's very fiddle heavy, a lot of it.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much, Lola. I appreciate your time. And welcome to Australia. Whenever you come down, the red carpet will be rolled out, and you won't be able to walk around anonymously, I'm sure.
Oh, well, that sounds fun. All right. Thank you.